guys, it's your girl Brittana and we are back with another video. In today's video we are talking about all things gardening, hydroponics, microsprouts, and everything in between. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe because I do post content every week all about holistic living, wellness, fashion, self-care, motherhood, and so much more. So let's get right into this video. So I've actually got into gardening heavy like a few years ago. My father and I used to garden when I was younger. So since then I've kind of dabbled and dabbled in it, but just got more and seriously into it over the years, mainly because I find it to be very therapeutic. And I wanted to talk about that because of the fact that I see it as a form of self-care, especially when you get that satisfaction of knowing you grow your own food or herbs. And essentially what a hydroponic system is, or hydroponic gardening is, it's a way of kind of like skipping the soil and just using water to grow your fruits and veggies. So it's a much quicker way, and like I said, a different method of gardening, which I like. Here, as you can tell, I have the Urban Leaf Microsprouts kit. So as you can see, I have like the little pamphlet which you can kind of download, like a free copy of like the how-to and more details on how to grow, herbs and things of that nature. I have a variety of seeds from lentils, radish, mustard greens, and kale. And then those little containers are actually another version of the hydroponics, which I'll explain more a little bit later. So this little pamphlet here is just kind of like a quick start guide onto like the best ways and methods to get started. It helps with knowing like the temperature for like when you're growing different things. When it comes down to different, fruits and veggies, you want to keep all of those things in mind. It tells you what you have inside of the kit, as well as what you will need to get started. So to get started, I'm actually going to get some water in this teapot so that way I can make it warm for the containers. It's recommended in order to get started to kind of fill up the containers with some warm water and then soak the soil disc like pads and then add the seeds on the top. Now I'm actually working on the setup of my actual hydroponic system with the LYKO, and then I'm soaking my seeds. As you guys can see here, I have everything fully set up and ready to go. I want to go ahead and apologize in advance because this video may be a little redundant as I explain some things, because I just want to make sure you guys fully understand all that I have coming up. Alright, so with the microgreens, as I was just saying, I got it from the brand Urban Leaf. So as I mentioned, this is kind of like a set I got from them, and initially what it is, it's like a microgreens set where I can grow like kale, radish, my mustard seeds, and lentils. And so I only have the lentils and the kale and mustard seeds out, and then I'm going to do on the next round, I guess I'm going to do the radish and try some other seeds that we have here. And so what it is like these little trays are essentially like hydroponics, and you just fill it up with water, and then you have like the grow pad that you would like kind of wet and like soak, and then you put that on top, add the seeds, and then you add these little trays, like little tray lids to the top, and like let them like sprout for the next couple of days. Then you remove the lids, and then then you have little sprouts. So right now we're on day 6. We took the lids off by like around day 3, and so we have a couple of more days before we can actually fully like harvest them and like actually start to consume them. And I'm really excited because like, hey, like who doesn't like to grow their own food? And on top of the fact that if you're looking for like a quick way to kind of like get into the gardening, this is like the perfect way, because like I said, it's really that simple. As long as you follow the instructions, like it's a good way to incorporate like fresh foods that you grow yourself, or like microgreens into like your wraps and other things like that. So yeah, there you go. guys, so you can tell some of my little babies are sprouting already. Some things are still in the making. We got some we got some garden cress, we got some broccoli, I got some basil coming up, some tomatoes, some parsley, some lettuce, and a couple other things in the back, you know. So we'll see how this goes. I'm definitely gonna do like an updated video for this later. So even for the original gardening method, I still covered them as well, like I did with the hydroponics, just to make sure that they would sprout. And as you can tell, my little seedlings have sprouted after about like 3 or 4 days. And now I'm starting to take the lids off of them so that they can grow more. And you guys, like, look at my baby sprouts. Like, I'm just excited for all of this, like the whole process. Now for round 2, I am making another batch of the Microsprouts. So I have the kale. I'm going to make some more lentils, radish, and some mustard some mustard sprouts. So yeah, let's just get into it. So once again, as you can see, I'm filling up the containers, and then I'm going to actually soak the pads and put those seeds on the top of them. And then once that's done, I will actually cover them and let them sit for the next few days. of my little indoor mini garden. So last, week or the week before that, I kind of started growing the, microgreens with, I did kale, mustard seeds, and lentils, and then, obviously we've eaten them. So now I'm doing radish, and I'm doing the mustard seeds and the lentils again. And I really like this. This is by the brand Urban Leaf. As you can tell, they have kale, lentil, mustard, radish, seeds, and it's like a microgreens kit. This was kind of the norm for us, mainly because in our house we are really big on sprouting. We like soak and sprout like our nuts and seeds because it's really good for breaking down like the enzymes and getting like the nutrients out and stuff like that. And so if you're into sprouting, I definitely have some like sprouting jars like linked in my Amazon shop, so definitely check that out. But like I said, this is definitely like the norm, but to me this is a lot easier. It comes with these little hydroponic system like containers, which all you gotta do is fill it up with like warm water. Then it comes with these little grow pads where all you gotta do is take the pads and soak them like with warm water. Make sure they're kind of like wet and soggy, and then you like place them like on the top of it. Then each of the seeds comes with like instructions on the back of it. So this is the kale, and essentially you would just kind of like fit like put the amount into the like teaspoon. So for the kale, you would have like a teaspoon of the kale seeds, and then you just place them on the top. And then you would just place these lids back on the top of it for like 2 or 3 days, so that way they can sprout. And then now that they've like sprouted, as you can tell, then I'm just going to just kind of let it sit out, for the next couple of days before I actually harvest them. So that's that. And then here I also got with the Urban Leaf, I got some of their like seeds, like their growing seeds, their herb seeds, and their vegetable seeds, vegetable garden seeds. So far I can definitely vouch for them because, like, as you can tell, everything has been growing. And what I did was for some of them I definitely started with soaking the seeds for a few hours or whatever the case may be, or overnight, into this little container that I actually found around the house. So that's something you guys can do. I'm still learning everything, you guys, so definitely comment down below if you have any other like growing tips or things that I should try to keep these things going. But this is the actual hydroponic system that I got from LYKO, and I like it because it has the two features. It has the veg feature and then the flower feature. So the veg feature puts out this like blue light, and then it kind of helps with the sprouting, and then the flower feature is more like this yellow tone light, and it helps with flowering and growing it, so that way it can kind of grow out and be taller. And then it also has like this little pump feature, which will like just pump the water. And to me, it's super simple because all you really have to do is fill it up with like maybe 1 to 2 liters of water. I did 2 liters of water, and then I put the little the plant food inside of it. So that would be where you would insert the water. And then, as you can tell, here is where you can like measure it out to see how much water you're putting in. And in the back, I do have my little kind of traditional gardening system going, but the light is emitting like on top of it, so it definitely helps. And then, as you can tell, what has been helping too to kind of keep the water moist is putting like the plastic cover over the the soil and stuff like that, so that way it'll help with keeping and locking in the moisture. So it's kind of the same type of like process to get it sprouting as doing the microgreens, so that's why I have it there. But as you can tell, like the dill is kind of like already like doing its thing. We got lettuce, we have the bell pepper here, then we have the basil there, we have the tomato, the broccoli, we have cress, we have parsley right here, and then we have a little baby strawberry right there, and in the back we have oregano, thyme, dill, and then mint. as you guys can tell, my little babies have grown so much, especially the lettuce. I feel like the lettuce is actually like the easiest thing to grow. And I was just so proud of myself, you guys. My little green thumb is like, kicking in, and I was just so excited to see everything kind of come to fruition. And it actually is very, very, very therapeutic. So if you're not really into gardening, or you were looking for other outlets to release some energy, definitely try gardening, or try these sprouting, because it's so therapeutic and just amazing just to see something as small as like the little seed turn into and blossom into something like what I'm showing you guys right now. And I've had the opportunity to make salads and wraps, and even like add the basil and things of that nature to my dressing like I have here. And overall, it just makes me feel good knowing that like what I'm consuming is something that is literally coming right out of my own kitchen. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. And if you stayed through this video like all the way through, you guys are the real MVP. Once again, the brands mentioned and used in this video are Urban Leaf, and I'll have everything linked down below, as well as the LYKO, which will be in the next slide over. Love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.